Hi, everybody. How you doing? Today is the Christmas Bunko Day, so I'm oh ho ho. What does it say? I have this shirt and I just found it. Oh ho ho Bunko Bitchs. We's the Bunko peoples. So we bring a present without our name on it, and then you get to pick, and then someone can steal it from you. It's fun. There's a lot of fisticuffs. Things used to go real smooth till my sister had me come in, and then I punched that one girl, but she's okay. But anyway, okay. So I actually it doesn't start till 6, and I was going to leave soon, and it's only 2 o'clock here. So I thought, oh, why don't I do a show real quick? Because I have some things on my mind. I'm working on the 2025 prophecy for next year. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now, I told you I'm not feeling Trump. I'm not feeling him coming in, but I'm not definite that he's not going to come in. I don't mean to be on the fence. I feel Kamala's going to do real good. May I say, if he still gets in there, that I think Kamala will go for governor of California. But he's in a mess, you guys. It's a mess. And I'll do in my 2025, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm telling you, this guy is not going to have an easy time of it. Remember that vision I had and dream that I had of the snipers? Big time, multiple times. So I just feel so many people will hate him. Everybody wants him gone. It's really bad, you guys. Also, all the promises he said he'd do, he's not doing, and people are just they're not going to put up with it. They already had a meeting with that fake, he's not even president yet. And at the Capitol, they had some meeting with, I think, I don't know if Musk was there, but, about cutting Social Security. And they came out and said, yeah, we're going to be doing some cuts to Social Security. And there was a gentleman, he's the executive director, Alex Lawson, had brought the paperwork showing that this is what Trump promised. And they're like, yeah, no. We're like, what? And he gave it to, some of you guys may already know this, MG, whatever her name is, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and the he, she. And she took the paperwork and ripped it up. We don't need to follow what he said. We're going to do what we want to do. But she's from Georgia, and there's a lot of people in Georgia could use that money. And if she's going to cut them out, she's got something else coming. The problem with the right side and some of these people, it's like, go ahead, take everything from us. It's the weirdest feeling. But there's going to be trouble. We're coming into a new year where only the truth will set us free. That if you lie, you're going to get caught almost immediately. Even look what's happening to Prince Andrew. He's cut out. And when I heard about that Chinese spy who had been in the palace, and I felt, this lowlife got some money under the table, and even introduced him to his mom because the queen loved her son, and would never think he'd bring a spy into the palace. So it was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. The family doesn't like him. That family doesn't like a lot of people. They don't like Harry. They got issues. Sounds like a lot of American families. Anyway, so I want you to know, as far as Social Security is concerned, let me just throw in it real quick. I see them trying to do a lot of things, but I also see that they can't do it because there's too many blocks coming in. Too many people will be upset. Because let me tell you something, if this guy gets in, come March, April, the latest, huge things happening. Like I said, what just happened to that, you think the Secret Service can protect him, but I almost see it's somebody within the government that might try to take him out. Like he's going to try to sell us out. So they're like, nope, gotta go. Kind of like, the CIA did. How they work, kind of under the table. Nope, he's got to get out of here. I don't know why he thinks he can get away with it. It's just the weirdest feeling. So may I say that when I got so upset with my guides, because they told me about the COVID a year before it happened. It's like, wait a second, you guys told me about the COVID, and then you tell me Kamala, I even saw her in her inauguration dress, but maybe that's her being governor. But I saw her, happy and coming in, and wouldn't that get right up Trump's, what, if she became the governor of California? He already hates uh, Gavin Newsom. So it's like, whoa. But they said to me, his own people need to see who he is. Remember, I told you guys this before. Like, he's going to do some stuff that regular Americans are like, oh, heck no. Like, he's trying to sue that lady, Ann Selzer, who had a correct political voting way of doing things. And I'm telling you, she was correct. Because this is my own opinion. You guys can listen or not listen. I think the whole thing was rigged. I really do. And I think they're going to be able to prove it down the road here. But in the meantime, he may get in. But I'm feeling March, April. Remember, I told you it was going to go by real fast. It was going to go by real fast. It's just an imploding. I see the whole thing imploding. And I see the regular Congress people and stuff like running, like, oh, jumping off the ship. So we'll see what happens. Okay. But let's look at Social Security just real quick. Because I see a bunch of lawsuits. Every time he's going to try to do something, there's lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. So they're going to try to stop him. We're supposed to have rain for like the next 30 days, so I'm getting the boat ready. I got my boat, my blow-up boat, the USS Linder. I'm going to try to raise the age. He's going to raise the age. I almost feel like he can't touch anybody that's already on Social Security. Like they'll try to go back and say, well, anybody, if you're this age, you're not going to qualify till this age. But they're not going to touch people who are, or if they try to, they won't be able to get, look at this. People are upset. People are, they think that's going to help them. But listen, the minute he goes to give themselves a tax break, people are going to start rioting. Yeah, I'm telling you. He's not going to be very well, you guys. He's going into battle. He's going to be into battle. Oh, look who the outcome is. Biden. Or this could even be a judge that says, nope, you can't do this. I actually see the Supreme Court, who normally does everything he says, actually saying on certain things that he can't do it. And I think I've told you about the U.S. Post Office. They want to privatize it. It's in the U.S. Constitution. And I see them being able to hit him left and right. He's not going to be in there long enough to do the damage he wants to do. And Elon Musk is going down, you guys. I cannot emphasize that enough. I'm so sorry it hasn't quite happened yet, but it's coming up. Because Putin's going down pretty soon, too. In fact, what did I just read? Ukraine just hit with an MLRS the chemical Kaminsky plant in Russia. Listen, I don't care what Trump says. When I get in office, you're going to have to come. No, they don't have to do nothing. They don't have to do nothing because the UN has now taken over the finances and the money, and they will fight Trump, which basically fight the United States, to give Ukraine what they need. So don't you worry about Ukraine. They're going to, listen, they're just going to keep moving forward. And Putin is in trouble. He's really going down. and that they got that guy, the chemical guy or the nuclear guy and somebody else. They are pinpointing him, and this is between us. But I actually see intel coming from inside the US, helping them know where exactly Putin's at. Somebody's giving them information, because guess what I just found out today? The bombing that was happening in Syria, everybody's saying it was Israel, which it is. Israel is hitting Netanyahu, but it's the US too. The US went in there and destroyed a bunch of stuff. So it's fair. But listen, a lot of the logistics and the things we need to put all this under, they have it. Apparently, there's a lot of information, a lot of paperwork they've found. So maybe they thought they were destroying some, but what's her face is in trouble. The one that thinks she's going to run the FBI or whatever, whoever she is, with the streak in her hair. She's not going to get in. I'm telling you right now. And Trump's like, anybody, I win as soon as I get in, or maybe executive order, but she's not going to get in. I see them really holding the line on her because she's a traitor. Now, and wherever you are, I don't want you to worry. They can go till the cows come home trying to start up something. You are not going to be in any trouble. And I see people going up chest to chest saying, come on, sucker, let's do this. Liz Cheney, too. They've discovered something in the January 6th, and we believe she did something illegal, and we're going to, they can go after her like they did Hillary Clinton until the cows come home. Nothing will happen. I do think President Biden has offered to give her a pardon. I don't know if she took it or not, but if she doesn't take it and fights them, she's going to win. Okay, other piece of good news. Matt Gaetz. The ethics committee has changed their mind, and they've decided to release the information on Matt Gaetz, and it's going to be ugly. Okay. Can I tell you something? I just got a hit. I almost feel somebody came to Matt Gaetz, and it feels part of the Biden administration. And they're telling them, we need you to release that. Because they had put it up for the vote and the Republicans backed them. But I almost feel like they told them, for the sake of our country, we need you to reveal this. I don't know why it's the sake of the country. But I also feel, with the drones and all that, and I think I told you guys what the drones are. The drones are military, and there was some sort of loss of nuclear waste or something. And that I think that, and I also feel ETs were part of it too. They help out, So, okay, thank you. Somebody just said we located it. Someone just said that. Another little piece of information I want to give you is apparently 1,000 National Guardsmen have been asked to go to New York for the holidays and New Year's. So that means there's probably some, like the Christopher Wray said, and he said that in his thanking his men and women of the FBI, and he said, because of you, we stopped. There were so many things we didn't even know about that they were able to stop. Apparently on Election Day in Oklahoma, there was supposed to be a huge terrorist action. They stopped it. So God bless them. But I think that they have info on New York. I've always felt uneasy, especially trains with New York, but it's definitely not nuke because our peoples won't let it happen. So Ann and Liz Cheney, I want you to know you're going to be fine. I don't care what they do. Matt Gaetz, this is going to be an eye opener. He's a done for. He's done for. He can't believe that. He's going to Trump asking, can't you stop it? But Trump can't do nothing. And let me tell you something else. When Donald Trump was talking about these drones and America needs to know and blah, 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 and the reporters were talking to him and they said, did you get intel or did you get what do you call it when you get backdoor information? Did they give you an outline? And he said, I'm not going to answer that. I'll tell you why he's not going to answer it, because he ain't got nothing. They're still not giving him. Somebody even said in the White House that they're waiting him to take his money or his companies into something else before he takes the presidency. So this could be the little thing that we're thinking of, where they might even say, hey, dude, you haven't done what constitutionally you're supposed to do. So guess what? We're going to hold off for a while. That could be something, because there's some things he's supposed to do. And until he does it, he's not going to be able to take get intel. They're really going to be careful about that. I even see them giving him fake intel to test him and see if he blabs to somebody else. Putin is just waiting, just like, I can't wait till you get in. But Trump's not going to really be able to help him. Okay? So he said, I'm not going to answer that. He's not going to answer that because he ain't got nothing. And let me tell you something else about Canada being a new state with America. Oh, hell to the no. Canada's laughing about this. Oh, heck no. They would no sooner come under a Trump administration than the man in the moon. They absolutely have no desire. And no, somebody asked, would we ever go to war? No, we're never going to go to war with Canada. Canada knows he's a whack job, okay? And let me tell you what, to go to war, you need military. And I see a lot of standing down in the military because they refuse to go after their own civilians or Canadians. I just see a stand down. Okay. Oh, yeah, you guys are like this. So Congress is discussing the continuing resolution, the CR, which includes a raise for them from $174,000 a year to $243,000 a year. You know, I actually see some Democratic congressmen who would love the raise, but actually vote against it because it's some. And I heard Elon Musk just wrote on his X, anybody that votes for this horrible package will be wiped out in 2 years. Basically, they'll get you out of office. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just a wannabe nobody. He's nothing, you guys. He's about ready. He'll go down before the 2 years is up. I'm telling you, it's going to go blue, blue, blue. The people are tired of this. You start touching the regular Joe Blow just trying to make a living, and you give yourself a fat raise and a break. Oh, heck to the no. So here's an interesting tidbit. So an Indiana congresswoman who's she's I just went blank. What is she? I just went blank. She's the Indiana congresswoman who we thought was a traitor because she wouldn't vote for the Ukraine monies, and she's Ukrainian. She's just said, I don't want to be on any committees, and I'm not voting for anything that I'm still a Republican, but I'm not voting for anything they're putting out. Which gives Johnson a 1-seat lead. He even asked Trump, please quit picking people from Congress because we're losing our ability to be ahead. They just need one congressman to drop or two, even a little accident or something, and then you're going to have Joaquin be our new leader. So, and there's a lot of them walked out of that meeting. A lot of Republicans walked out of the meeting and said they're very disappointed with Johnson. So we shall see. We shall see. But this congresswoman, she's like, no, I'm done. I'm not going to be on your committees. And no females are in charge of any of their committees. Duh. Okay. I don't know what it is about the U.S. and women. Hillary, she couldn't get in, and now Kamala, well, she did get in, but they cheated her out of it. So that's Ukraine got hit with the Kaminsky chemical plant. I wanted to throw real quick. This is just going to be short because I'm leaving here. I wanted to. throw on a couple of things. Let's throw on Putin right now. Because I see him sweating profusely. What's going on with Putin? He's really nervous. He actually, because they were able to hit this guy, he doesn't know the type of intel. Trump isn't privy to the intel because it'll be hard to take Putin out once Trump gets in there because Trump would hide him. Ooh. Putin got an explosion happening, a lot of explosions happening. There's Trump. There's him sitting up in bed worrying every night. He used to be the man with the money, and he is no longer. There's a Russian man on YouTube. I'll have to find it. Somebody showed me his page, and he's got a quick, kind of thick accent, but he tells you what's going on with Russia, and it's really sad. I mean, they're laying off people left and right. There's no employment. There's hardly any groceries. It's really a tough time. And they're saying the people in Russia, when that tricycle, they had like one of those things you stand on and you can, get an electric scooter. The scooter was filled with the bomb. Man, it blew when these guys walked out the door. Somebody posted a picture of Santa Claus giving Putin a scooter. I thought it was a real picture of Putin, saying hi to Santa Claus, like, oh, Santa came and visit Putin, and he's handing him a red scooter. I was like, oh my God, that was tasteless. So anyway, yeah, if things are going down, and I always see a woman involved with this, so it's interesting. Oh, maybe that's not Zelensky, maybe that's Navalny's wife. I see a woman. Okay. All right. So the other one thing I wanted to throw on was that state of emergency. Well, we have a state of emergency in California, by the way, which just announced. I guess the cows in Southern California are just bird flu galore. Okay. So, well, let me throw on the state of emergency in California. So don't doubt that the price of beef is going to go through the roof. Tell me about the bird flu emergency in the state of California. The bird flu in the state of California. Always makes me think of that Gibson's. Oh my God, that place in Chicago, the food was so good. The guy just said to me to tell you guys, even be careful about frozen food or packaged food, like TV dinners, that kind of thing. If you get any meat, be sure to cook it thoroughly. I guess medium rare won't be as good anymore. This too shall pass. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're going to be okay. We're going to throw some money at it even. I see us actually inoculating cows. You can inoculate cows. It's going to cause a little rough time here. And we're not even going to trust any beef coming from other nations because we can't trust. I see us testing something, maybe even from Mexico, and it ends up being contaminated. Food's going to be weird, you guys. I'm going to do my 2025, but I'm going to tell you, food's going to be weird. If you can eat lentils, beans, just be careful what you eat. Ground turkey, but cook it really good. Just be careful with food. And there will be some spaces where it's going to cost too much, but we can go around on other things. You can go around and do other things. But pack it away too. You can buy food, emergency food. I have a bunch of it in my garage. Just to keep things going, keep cash. Get your money out of stock, by the way. Did you see the stock market really drop today? Um, get your money out of stock. I haven't said that since 2008. And I'm telling you now, if you can put it, invest in something else. My friend Dan, he took his money and put it in something else. If you guys want me to ask him what that was, um, I don't have money in stock, so I'm not worried about it, but get your money out of stock if you can. If you could just leave it there, okay? Because you're gonna see not Armageddon, but complete. Okay. Also, don't sell your house. If you sell your house now, hurry up. But don't buy until we're going in the middle of the year, because in the middle of the year, it's going to be like cheap, cheap, cheap. It's going to go drop way down. Not like 2008, because we've got those things in place. But you'll have an opportunity if you have a little cash flowing to buy a place that you want in another state or something. Okay, so that's going on. Now, who else did I want to throw? I wanted to find out about the 1,000 National Guards going into New York. Tell me about New York. Is there anything we should look out for? I've often felt the trans system. And I had a read today with somebody who reminded me of that terrible terrorist action that took place in Brussels. Do you guys remember that? She was at a house with some people, some friends, and I think she was in Germany. And they got the news of the train thing that happened, and their daughter was on that train. So psychically, I looked at the daughter. She'd been gone now for a while, but actually, when she came out of her body, she was shocked she was dead. But she wanted me to tell her, please tell the family I never knew nothing. It happened so fast. I didn't feel a thing. She didn't even have the terror in her heart, like, oh my God, what just happened? You know, it's not like going down with a plane, knowing the plane's going down. It was boom, that was it. Okay, so, and you know what's weird is, I'm just going to tell you guys this. I think I've discussed it before, but when we die in a tragedy, maybe even dying slowly of a gunshot wound as a soldier, you know, in the war, when those type of incidents happen, we actually carry a DNA lineage to it. By that I mean, and I think you've seen this before, a lot of people will have a weird birthmark where they were stabbed or shot. They'll have an unusual phobia, like my daughter did. She could not get on a bridge, just a little girl. She'd scream and cry. So you know something happened where she died on a bridge. People will go along in their life with nothing, and suddenly at a certain age, they have this phobia. Like, oh my God, I can't do this, or I can't blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's weird. You used to do before. It's because that was the age that it happened to them. Even women having children, there's some women that just freaked out about having a child because they had died in childbirth. A lot of us, men and women that were women, probably lost a lot of children back in the day. Okay, so tell me what's going to happen in New York. Angel of light and mercy, please bless us, protect us. Someone just said, we got you. Whatever happens to Donald Trump come March and April is very significant. Now, I'm not saying he's going to go down like dead, but I'm saying he's going down, like maybe even the country turns against him. But it is as written, it's supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen. And the main thing is that other people will still adore him, but it's like it wasn't right what he did. And I got to tell you who's been on my mind, and I'll talk about it on my 2025. Let me write it down right here. Yoko Ono. Yoko Ono's been on my mind. I think maybe she's getting ready to cross. Tell me about what's going to happen in New York. They're getting a lot of threats from other places in the world. You know who else is going down is that mayor. That mayor, I don't care what he's told people, he's going to be in trouble. Ooh, the tower, you guys. Holy cow. There's some strong women around this too. I think that Eric guy is going to be kicked out and a woman's going to take his place. But the tower's here, the world, so something will happen, not as big as 9/11, but the tower means they'll probably get something off. Some sort of destruction will take place. I'm not seeing death as much as property. Okay, I need to get to New York because I want to see that 9/11 thing. Okay, you guys, is it? Oh, it's only 2:30. That's good. Well, I gotta get ready to head out. I gotta spruce myself up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just meeting with the girls. Okay, so I'm gonna be working on the 25. If you have any ideas of what you think I should do for the 25, put it in my comment section and to say, hey, Linda, why don't you look here or look there if there's something that interests you about certain nations and stuff. I think we're slowing down with the what do you calls in the air. I heard as clear as day, they said we got it. So that's what I heard. Okay, you guys, love you all. I'll tell all the gals tonight, y'all say hi. And we'll catch you later. Cheers.